Good day, Radical Birth Keeper Martha here for Matrona, the Strep B Module 4. Strep B, it's Streptococcus, which is a type of bacteria which is in everyone's body at various points, uh, and usually in your intestinal tract, could be in your anus, your vagina. Um, so how does it affect pregnancy? Basically, overall, it almost always doesn't. Literally, if we were left, unmanaged, there is a percent. So everyone's got it sometimes, and then maybe, you know, a third of the time, when at a various point someone's got it. Of that time, say you're in that third where the baby's born, and you have strep B colonized. It's in little genes. If you're colonized, there's a small percent chance that your baby will become colonized. If your baby becomes colonized, there's a tiny, tiny, tiny chance that your baby will become sick. Of those babies that become sick, there's a tiny, tiny, tiny chance that some will become seriously ill and pass away. So that's the rationale. It completely doesn't make sense. So why it's done is simply profit, literal profit for the medical system, and also emotional profit, because women are frightened, and then, they become other things in their system. Blood pressure goes up and so on, and they get counseling because of the harm from the antibiotics. And so the reason it's tested for in the US is profit and controlled for the medical system. So what happens is, when you're submitting to the medical system, you're told to get your vagina swabbed at about 36, 37 weeks. And you're told that the product of that swab will be sent for analysis and assessment by some people or machines in a lab somewhere. And based on that, you will then be told whether you're positive or negative. Again, oh my God, there's so many reasons why it doesn't make sense. But whether you're positive or negative at that time does not have any correlation on whether you're positive or negative when your baby's delivered from your body. So, but that's what happens. And so then, so there's emotional harm, there's lying, there's all that. And then there's the harm from the antibiotics, which is huge. We already know there's some strep B that's becoming antibiotic resistant. And the whole thing with the antibiotics is extremely harmful to all humans, but especially you've got your newborn baby, and they don't even have a chance to let their little gut do their little antibiotics, immune stuff, which is just, it's emotionally gross, it's abusive, and it causes major physical harm down the road. And so the go-to, if a woman says no, is she's separated from her baby, and then there's the emotional harm and all that from that. So that's, and not to mention, of course, the physical harm for the majority of women that agree to the antibiotics. And then the other part is, it doesn't make sense anyway, because who knows how many people have it that don't, because when you're tested and when you have the baby, has no correlation to whether you have it or not. So there you have it. Strep B in the US, money maker for the medical industrial complex. Yeah.